anyway, we had a good neighborhood at one time. She was, now I don't know who was on the Swanson Places.
Oh, well, that's a Laycock now. That's
Yeah.
Lyle's.
Lyle and Levi.
Lyle's son
Okay,
and his wife are living there now. Yep, got a great big huge new house.
they what?
They have a great big huge new house.
Uh-huh. Yeah,
Yep, I'm happy. I'm happy that they're there. If it can't be me,
I am too.
better be them.
I'm happy it's the Laycocks,
Yeah.
not somebody else.
yep. Levi's a good kid.
yeah, everybody now in the community's got a nice home. The oldest house is where Vicky lives.
Right. Yep. The Ockery place. Do you remember that being called the Ockery place?
Yeah, I remember the people,
You remember the Ockeries?
yes.
And now I mentioned that one day when Lyle and Brian and I don't remember who all was around, and they didn't even know it was called the Ockery place.
Oh, okay.
So, what can you tell me about the Ockeries?
He was a minister,
Oh,
if I
okay.
remember right. He was. A minister came out here and homesteaded.
Really? I remember when we lived in that house.
Yeah.
We lived in that
We
house.
lived in that house.
Yep.
Yeah.
Until I was about 3.
Okay.
So those are my earliest memories.
Gee whiz, we had the Hendricksons and the Eatons and the Camroods and that.
Now, did the Hendricksons live just south of the Ockery place? Is that where they were?
No, the Hendrickson had a place down on the river just west of Eric's farm,
Oh, okay.
and up here. You remember the Longs?
Mm-hmm.
Where the Longs lived. That was the Hendrickson place.
Okay.
Halfway up to Richardson.
Oh, right.
On the east side of the road
Yep.
in the coulee there.
Yep. That's right. That's the Hendrickson
him.
place.
Hendrickson.
I was trying to remember the name of the place just south of the Ockery place. And I thought it was something like Hendrickson, but maybe not.
Now, let's see.
I think it was just before the hayfield. The Swanson hayfields.
Well, Stuffs have a place in there somewhere.
Really? Okay.
Just south of where Richard and Mary Jo lived,
Oh, okay.
on the east side of the road. That was a Stuff hay meadow.
Oh, okay.
And the Stuffs lived up west, farther west up on the hills. And they had a huge barn. Them days it was a big
Oh,
fancy
really? A
barn.
big
And I remember
gambrel
going
roof
in-
barn?
When I was a kid, the folks went to a barn dance in Haymow was that place.
Oh, fun.
Mrs. Eaton playing the piano. Ted Cameron's dad
Mm-hmm.
playing the fiddle.
Right?
And I don't know who else, but that was a barn dance. It was a big barn. But I suppose I thought it was big, maybe it was 20 by 30 or 30 by 40 or whatever it was, I don't remember.
That's pretty good size.
Yeah. Had the big round roof.
Mm-hmm. We're working on one. We're building a barn.
Yeah,
We are. You'll have to drive by sometime and look at it.
okay,
We only have the bottom of it started.
okay.
But if the weather ever gets nice, we're gonna put a big
You're gonna build
yep.
and Junior Laycock build a barn, build a shop out of 1x4s, and then bent it like that.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Down there by Mixes,
Oh, okay.
Remember that place?
Yeah. The barn isn't still standing, is it?
No,
No, I didn't think so.
everything was destroyed.
I read in a book a little while ago that the Genevieve Hall is turning 100 years old this year.
Oh my God, you gotta celebrate.
Genevieve Hall.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be 100 years old.
Oh,
Is it still standing?
Yep,
yeah.
yep, they re-sided it and
Right.
re-roofed it. So we're gonna have a party.
Is it still there?
It is. Yep, we're gonna have to have a Genevieve party.
Our schoolhouse up here, Mrs. Hannibus moved it down
Yep,
to west of Hinsdale on Beaver Creek.
yep,
Made a home out of it.
yep. I actually lived in that house for
Oh,
a
you
while.
did, huh?
Yep, Brady was born while we lived there, and Luke was born while we lived there. So I got to live in my dad's old schoolhouse. That was pretty cool, and we own it now. So someday maybe Brady will get to live in it again.
I would like to. That's my favorite house.
Yep,
Is that building still there?
it is.
It
Yep,
is, huh?
it's still in pretty good shape.
There's a bile in there right now.
Yeah, Austin is living there.
There what?
Austin Bile is living there.
Oh. Oh gosh, I forgot about Austin.
Can't forget about Austin. He's a good kid.
That's good.
And have a Gene Biles' son,
Be his grandson.
grandson.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Be Ed's boy.
Ed's
Oh,
boy.
Ed's boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you want? Do you want your picture taken too? No.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember how long we lived there before I figured out
Oh.
that was the old Swanson schoolhouse. And I actually have pictures. I have pictures of them moving that across Miles Crossing.
Yes.
Yep.
They got stuck in it, in the river, and had to get Boucher or somebody and some tractors and pull it back up on the other bank. I remember that too.
So where's that located?
At Melby's, by the old metal bridge, where Red and Joanne lived. Just a mile from our house.
Good. I don't know where you're at all.
Just 3 miles west of town. By Bouchers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know where Bouchers live?
Yeah. I know
So
where
then-
you live and I know where Boucher's
So then
live.
the next place by the old metal bridge is Melby's.
Oh, over there. Okay.
Yep.
Where you go across.
Yep. Yep, right when you go across the bridge. And I have some pictures of kids in front of the schoolhouse, the Camrood girls. I have pictures of the Camrood girls.
Oh,
Elaine is in Whitewater.
yeah.
We
Yeah.
know that.
Yep. So I just saw her a couple of weeks ago.
You did, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
She's a neat
I
lady.
thought about her just recently, about Elaine. Teddy, Elaine, Joni, and
Lynn.
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 Lynn, Joni, Teddy, and
Lynn's
Elaine.
got some kind of medical problem. And Elaine is pretty seriously medically declining.
Yep.
and when. How was it? Who was the youngest, Teddy or
I think
Elaine?
Elaine is the youngest.
The youngest.
Yep.
No, she's.
Because I think she said she was only like 3. She's either 69 or 70. She's the same age as my mom. Do you remember somebody raising turkeys? I have some pictures of somebody raising turkeys.
Oh, well, Swanson's always raised a big batch.
There were a lot of them.
Yeah. And everybody could raise a few turkeys. We raised turkeys here too.
Did you?
And one time, they got migratory on us, and we had turkeys clear down by Hinsdale. I remember the stuffs up here,
I think we will.
hundreds of
You
them.
know.
Mrs. Stuff had to herd those turkeys.
Yeah, I should
Eating the
have
grasshoppers.
responded by now, huh?
So you had a great turkey roundup, huh?
Yeah. And Turkey Day,
Okay.
working turkeys,
Want me to bring you
slaughtering
anything?
turkeys, picking turkeys.
Oh, I bet that was a lot of work.
Okay.
I remember helping butcher chickens
Yeah.
at Sanderson's at the McLaughlin place. I remember that. I thought it was a lot of fun. Of course, I didn't have to do too much work, I don't think. Our job was catching the roosters
Even?
Our job was catching the roosters.
Oh, yeah.
They were in the doghouse, I remember.
Oh, is that right?
And we were scared to go in and catch the roosters.
Well, it was a great community at
All
one
right.
time.
Yep.
Okay,
No,
bye.
It's a little different. There's still quite a few people around though.
oh, there's people around. We had, I think it was 30 kids in our country school.
Wow, we don't have 30 kids in our high school now.
If you take the Burnses, with it Elmer and Elton and Dolly and Martha and Billy and I can't.
There are a lot of Burnses, huh?
There was a lot of Burnses
Where are they
and
now?
Alversons, Floyd and Charlie and oh God, I forgot their names now. Violet and Viola and Bobby. Violet and Viola were twins.
Okay. And maybe I should bring my pictures down here to you and show them to you. You can help me name people.
Yeah, you could do that.
I tried to take them to Mary Jo, but I was a little too late. She didn't remember too much by the time I showed them to her. She enjoyed looking at them, but she didn't remember too much.
My dad kept a diary, a daily diary, ever since he was a kid. Had boxes of them, you know. And Richard convinced me that they should be in the museum, and so that's where they are now.
Yep, we might have to go look at them one day.
And I always regretted I let him do that, but I guess it's a good thing he did, you know. And I don't know that anybody ever looks at him. Nobody ever makes any comment to me about him. So they're just laying there.
I haven't been in the museum in years. I might have to go. Brady's been there several times. Brady's getting to be good buddies with the museum people.
It's all right, that's a good museum.
It is.
Yeah.
We go to little towns around here and first thing I do is check out
Check out the museum. It's a good idea. I made it to Tallow Creek for the first time. Have you ever been to the Tallow Creek School? Out by Bill Anderson's place?
No, that wasn't Tallow. That was, oh, the Andersons. Tallow Creek was somewhere else.
No. Well, it's close to out there because that's where Sierra's kids are going to school and they had a Christmas program there.
Okay,
Yeah. That's a long way out there. I'd never been out there before.
okay.
I believe Rose said that that's actually two different school buildings. One was somewhere else and they moved it there.
Oh.
I can't remember which one it was. I think she said it was like a Willow Creek or something, but I can't remember. I believe there was two different buildings put together there.
Yeah, I thought they called it the Willow School.
Our schoolhouse was always a North Bench schoolhouse. And then it got to be Swanson Schoolhouse. For some reason they changed the name.
We took it over. North Bench.
Swanson School. Rose Burke, Holly Garst, Rose Burke, Hallie Garth, Ann Poland, Wilbur Stuff taught school there.
Okay.
And must have been some others, but I've forgotten.
I wonder if that's a different. I have some pictures of my grandma Swanson, Evelyn Whitaker,
Yeah,
standing in front of a schoolhouse. That wouldn't have been the same one, would it?
well, I don't know which one it would be.
Yeah, I don't know which one she went
It's
to.
the only schoolhouse we had, though,
Right,
unless you go up to Snake Creek or,
right. Which the Whitaker place is a little farther up the road,
yeah,
so maybe.
the Whitaker place, Eaton place, Johnson place, Burns place,
Now,
Henderson place,
which Johnsons?
Huh?
Which Johnsons?
Ole Johnson,
Ole Johnson.
Wallace and Leone. Remember
Okay.
Leone Brookie?
Okay,
Over here on Frenchman.
right. Now, they're not related to Darwin and
No,
Dennis and them, right?
no,
Okay.
it's a different Johnson.
Okay. There's so many Johnsons.
So did you go to high school in town?
Yeah.
Which building was that?
Well, the original building is gone. The first high school in Hinsdale was a log building. Then they built that brick building and I went to high school then. Then they destroyed that and built a new school, so.
Right. I think, isn't the library still a little bit?
It was an addition to the old school, the
Oh, okay.
library and the shop.
Okay, so they weren't actually part of the original building.
I don't
They were just
believe
an
so.
addition to. I always wondered about that. Yeah, that old school was a big two-story schoolhouse, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was.
There's bricks from that scattered all over the county.
I think that's where mine came from. I have a bunch of them. Did you help build the chimney at Swanson, the fireplace and chimney at Swanson Ranch? Do you remember? I have some pictures of that too that I don't know who's in them.
Chile, I don't remember who did that. Maybe we did, I've forgotten now.
Levi saved me a few bricks. I'm gonna have to think of a good project.
Yeah, I've forgotten about building that fireplace in the Swanson house.
That was a neat fireplace. It wasn't very warm when it wasn't on. It leaked a lot of air.
The chimney was from ground up, was rock up at the end of the house.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep, I know there was like an ash trap or something out the back of it that you could clean the
Could be.
ash out.
yeah.
Did anybody around here raise sheep?
But
Did anybody around here raise sheep?
we had sheep.
Did you have sheep?
Yeah, a few, like 30 head or so, you know.
I just had a set of lambs this morning, so I was thinking about sheep.
You what?
I had a set of lambs this morning.
Oh, they did, huh?
Yep. Pretty cold, but they're doing good. They're in the barn.
I wouldn't mind having a few sheep around here. Save a lot of mowing, places that the cows won't eat grass.
Yep.
The sheep were here when I was little. And I was in the barn one night. Mama was milking. A sheep came into the barn, so I was petting the sheep. And Mama, look, I'm petting the sheep. Wham, I was in the mud. Mama! She just kept milking. Mama! She would just lie still. She kept milking. And that old ram was looking at me. If I moved a little bit, he'd look at me better. At the end of the barn, there was poles across the opening. I thought if I could get to those poles, I could get out of his reach. So I waited long enough so he was distracted and I hit those poles and I was on the top of that looking down at him there.
Those rams can be scary.
We had a good summer that year. Every time the sheep would come in from the coulee, I'd be standing out there waiting for him. That ram would see me and he'd start running and I'd start running and I'd hit the poles and I'd be above the water tank. No, I didn't know why Daddy didn't think that was a good idea. I think he got rid of the sheep that year.
We had an old ram. Actually, he started at, I don't know if he started with Matt Feltz or I think maybe he might have started with Jerry Arnold. He went around everybody kind of shared him, I think. He was here for a while and here for a while. By the time we got him, he was really nasty. He was not nice. He was pretty old. And we'd go out to the barnyard and he would just come after us. And we'd tell Dad and he'd say, oh, he's not that bad. Well, one day Dad went out and he got Dad.
Full force.
And after that he was tied up all the time. He believed us then.